So let's talk about leads and sales on LinkedIn. And what I can share with you in today's training, in today's episode, is that there are some additional ways on LinkedIn to generate leads, to generate sales that are more outside the box than just connecting and messaging people. I think that's the status quo or the norm these days on LinkedIn, that you message those that connect with you and vice versa. Before we dive into these other ways, and there's three that I'm going to cover with you guys today, from November 4th to November 8th, I am running a free 5-day LinkedIn workshop. It's called the Amateur to Expert on LinkedIn in 5 days. And I'm going to be teaching you everything there is that you need to know about optimizing your LinkedIn profile, building the right kind of network, messaging, creating content, and following my 20-minute routine. So if you're watching on social, whether it be Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, if you just comment the word workshop, I will send you the registration link, or you can actually get the description of this and obviously sign up there. If you're listening on the podcast, again, all you have to do is go to the description of this episode and click on the link, and you can get yourself registered. Nearly 200 people have registered in the last 3 days. So I am super excited to be sharing this. It's my final free workshop of the year, 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Live and recorded replays are available until the following Monday, November 11th. Everyone gets a workbook, and it's just a really great time to learn exactly what needs to be done in order to leverage LinkedIn the right way with my proven system. So let's get into the other ways to generate leads and sales on LinkedIn. So first and foremost, I want to talk about the push notifications, because these are things that people aren't leveraging enough on LinkedIn. And for those that don't know what the push notifications are, if you were to go on to LinkedIn, and at the very, very top, you're going to see a little bell next to your messaging and next to where it says me. And if you click on this, this is going to give you all the different types of notifications. Now, these are the regular notifications. I want to talk about the push notifications, which is you got to click on My Network. And when you click on My Network, you're going to see two different things. You're going to see Grow and Catch Up. You want to click on Catch Up, and this is going to give you all of the people that you actually can message. There is no limitation on these. So as I scroll through, I have around 40 or 50 different push notification messages to send, and I literally can use whatever is prompted here. So maybe I want to focus on work anniversaries only. So as an example, my connection, James, is celebrating 5 years at his job. I just have to click on the little clickable tab that says, congrats on your 5-year anniversary. It's going to compose a message, and I click send. That's it. Another one of my questions, Alina, congrats on your 23-year anniversary, and so on and so on. And there is no limitation. If you have 60 of these, you can send all 60 out. Now, here's the beautiful thing. The beautiful thing is this. If someone reaches back out to you, and says, thank you so much, you can then leverage that to re-engage a conversation. Something along the lines of, you're so welcome. I know it's been a while since we've connected and spoken. Would love to hear how things are going at your job. Share more about what I'm up to and how we can support each other here on LinkedIn. Anytime for a call or a Zoom this or next week. This method by itself, you can generate calls every single week. Now, you only want to message back those that fit into the right connection bucket for potential client acquisition. So if someone responds back and says, thank you, and they're not an ideal client, I still respond back and say, you're so welcome. Congrats again. I only write that first message that I just mentioned when they do fit into that ideal client bucket. So say it's another coach or consultant or a service professional who my wife and I work with. That's when I would leverage, hey, let's connect. Let's hop on a call or a Zoom. Let's see how we can support each other. It's been a while since we caught up. When's good for you? That's the only time I'm going to use that. So using the push notifications will absolutely start to generate more leads and sales over time. The second is messaging those that vote in your polls. So a lot of people don't leverage this. So I did a poll earlier today just to kind of give you an example. And it just published a little bit ago, but there's 12 votes, right? And the poll was regarding LinkedIn, what do you feel you need to improve most? Optimizing your profile, creating engaging content, connecting with clients. So there's 12 people that have voted so far. And when you actually click on who voted, you can actually see who voted. And if it's a first connection, there's going to be a blue arrow next to it. Now, if there's a blue arrow next to it, you can then send them a message. So right here, my connection, Michelle, I love what she's doing. I can click the blue arrow and it actually composes a space where you can write a message and it includes the poll question in the message. So I can simply say, hi, Michelle. I just wanted to say thank you so much for liking and supporting my poll question from earlier today. If I could be of any help or service to you and your business in any way, don't hesitate to reach out. And thank you again. Have a great day. That's simple. So if you're doing poll questions and when I send the message, it actually populates with both, obviously, the message, but it also populates with the poll question included. So when I go to my messaging, you can see right here, and again, if you do this, you can see it yourself. Hi, Michelle, I just wanted to stop by and say thank you so much for liking and supporting my poll question from earlier today. If I could be of any help or service to you and your business in any way, don't hesitate to reach out, and thank you again. Have a great day. And it basically, obviously, had everything right there. The person voted in my poll, and it's a warm lead. It's a absolute warm lead, and it's another way to generate more sales and connections on LinkedIn. So make sure you're doing your polls and you're messaging those who vote. Now, final is message new newsletter subscribers. Well, if you don't have a LinkedIn newsletter, then you're not going to be able to leverage this component. But if you do have a LinkedIn newsletter, and if you go to your profile, and if you've added it to your featured content section, like I've suggested, you can actually click on your newsletter. You can actually click where it says how many subscribers you have. I have 8,476 subscribers. I can click on it, and it's going to show me all the new subscribers that I have. Now, what I can do is I can specifically look for people that I feel would be a good connection to invite into my network, where I can add a note and thank them for subscribing. Or I can look for a first connection that has sent me or is a new subscriber to my LinkedIn newsletter. So you can do one or the other. You're going to see people that are looking to connect with you that are now following your LinkedIn newsletter, but you also may run into first connections that are also newsletter subscribers. And this is such a great way. And just to kind of give you an idea, just to show you, as I go through this, I can send a message to certain people, right? But if you're looking to do this to build a thriving network, right? So you're looking to expand your network. Look for people that, in essence, fit into that ideal client connection bucket, like I talked about in tip number 1. And what you can do is you can then send them that connection request. So David Boyd right here, So I'm actually going to open, so I don't want to click on too many profiles, but I'm going to open his profile in a new tab. And I'm going to go to his profile. I'm going to go to more. And actually, he sent me a connection request. So I can accept it, right? If he'd never sent me a connection request, then I can click on message, which this is, he sent me a message. He actually messaged me and he said, "Hey, Scott, just wanted to connect and came into your online world through LinkedIn. I've just watched your interview with Norbert, as have been a member of the Digital Mentors for a number of years and now digging into LinkedIn." So now, hi, David. Thank you so much for the message. And thank you so much for subscribing to my newsletter. Your support means so much. And if I could be of any help or support to you and your business, don't hesitate to reach out. Have a great rest of your day. That's simple. So all of these little strategies and tactics that I'm going over with you today compound into 3 additional ways to generate leads and sales on LinkedIn. Utilizing your push notification messages, utilizing the poll questions of the pollers to message them to see if there's any help that they need, but thanking them for voting. But also messaging new LinkedIn newsletter subscribers, thanking them. And if there's any help that you can provide them, don't hesitate to reach out. And you noticed in all of those messages, I never asked for a phone call. The only example I gave was through the push notification. But for the poll question and for the newsletter, I said, if I could be of any help or service or assistance to you, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm not going to show desperation. I want to let them know I'm here when they need my help. So again, if you're watching on social and you want to attend my final free LinkedIn workshop of 2024, it's from November 4th to November 8th from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, live and recorded. Just type the word workshop in the chat, whether it's on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube. And if you're listening on the podcast, make sure you go to the description of this episode, click the link, and that will get you registered. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Love and gratitude, and I'll talk to you next time.